Welcome to Stanford University after midnight. If you are reading this, congratulations. You've been selected for the night shift on a campus where knowledge never sleeps, and neither do the things buried beneath it. These rules were written by the nun, the only one who survived an entire semester at night. Break even one rule, and your name will be added to the empty classroom roster. 20 rules by the nun. Rule 1. Always enter the campus exactly at 11:55 p.m. The nun says arriving earlier confuses the gates, and arriving late means something else walks in with you. Rule 2. If the main bell rings after midnight, stop where you are. She warns it is not announcing time, it is counting students who never left. Rule 3. Never walk through the quad alone after 12:30 a.m. The nun says footsteps will follow you, matching your pace perfectly, waiting for you to notice. Rule 4. If you see lights on in an empty classroom, do not enter. She says those lectures ended decades ago, but attendance is still mandatory. Rule 5. Do not read anything written on the chalkboards at night. The nun warns that chalk sometimes writes back using your thoughts. Rule 6. If a professor calls your name from behind, don't turn around. She says no real professor teaches after death. Rule 7. Avoid the library basement after 1 a.m. The nun claims books whisper secrets meant to replace your memories. Rule 8. If security cameras turn to face you, lower your head. She warns they're checking if you still belong among the living. Rule 9. Never run on campus at night, even if chased. The nun says running tells them you've accepted the exam. Rule 10. If the fountains start flowing red under moonlight, look away. She says the water remembers what the ground absorbed. Rule 11. Do not sit on benches facing old. Dorm buildings. The nun says windows blink when stared at long enough. Rule 12. If you hear typing in an empty computer lab, leave quietly. She warns unfinished theses demand new authors. Rule 13. Never answer phones ringing in locked offices. The nun says the callers are still waiting for graduation. Rule 14. If shadows move against the moonlight, freeze. She says movement invites correction. Rule 15. Do not eat or drink anything found on campus at night. The nun insists some meals are offerings, not leftovers. Rule 16. If the campus map changes routes, follow the longest path. She warns shortcuts lead directly underground. Rule 17. Never stay inside a building when clocks stop. The nun says time pauses only for one. Reason selection. Rule 18. If you hear chanting near the old halls, cover your ears. She says knowledge spoken backwards cannot be unlearned. Rule 19. When the sun starts rising, don't celebrate too early. The nun warns dawn is when they check who survived. Rule 20. Leave campus without looking back. Even once. She says Stanford remembers faces and prefers familiar ones. Congratulations, you survived the Stanford University night shift. But remember, the nun's rules aren't superstition, they're survival instructions. Come and I pass the night class if you want the next haunted location.